man who had a real job of selling cars before he decided to run for president. Representative Mike Kelly from Pennsylvania. Congressman, good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks, David. Good to be with you also.
So, do the professional politicians that you've been dealing with, do they get it finally about what needs to be done?
Yeah, you know, I think they do get it, and I think that, of course, November 2nd sent a loud message across this country as to what people expect. And it really has nothing to do with Republicans or Democrats. It's just common people like myself, who said, you know what, I better get there. I better fix it for my kids and for my grandchildren, because it certainly hasn't been taken care of very well so far. And this is a stewardship. We truly don't own anything. We're supposed to hand it on to the next generation in better shape than we got it, and we've done a pretty bad job of doing that. So it's our call. It's our call to action. It's our time. We got to fix it.
But we've been watching with interest here in New York what's happening there. A lot of newcomers like yourself there. We've seen you battle Anthony Weiner. You did a pretty good job battling him on Face the Nation. But even Republicans like Trent Lott was famous for that statement, we're going to co-opt the Tea Partiers. Have they tried in any way to do that?
You know, I don't think so, and I've kind of been thinking lately with a what if, and what I mean by what if you didn't have to worry about misspeaking or saying something that would cause you to get reelected? What if you didn't really have to worry about getting reelected? What if you came here for one reason and one reason only, and that was to fix it for the future? If that's the what if, then you're going to do it the right way every time, and you're not going to worry about going back to your district. You're not going to worry about what they write about you or say about you. If you do what's right, and I think doing the right thing is really much easier than we think. It comes down to that what if. What if you could do that? And I think we're seeing that right now. In the group of guys that I came in with and girls that I came in with, they're doing it. They're going to do the what if. They're going to do it the way they're supposed to do it, the way the folks back home expect them to.
Well, it's wonderful when you have a single interest, like reducing the size of government in mind. And that's what a lot of people who came in had. And by the way, that goes along with the idea of limiting the terms of those in office. So often, if you're in for 10 years, you're in for 20 years, and you think, oh, if I only had another 10 years, I could do this and this and this. Should we have term limits? That was originally one of the points of the Contract for America.
You know what, I think a lot of people think term limits are good. You know, for a guy like me, I am on a term limit. I mean, I don't know how much time the Lord's given me. I only have so much time as it is. I'm going to do the best job I can with the next 2 years. What happens after that, I mean, I'd love to run again based on how things are going and how I'm feeling. But that's up to the people to decide that. And I think down the road, term limits are always going to be out there in front, and people are going to say, why do you have to stay so long? Get it done and get back home.
All right, well, let's talk about the shutdown, because that is imminent, or at least talk of it is imminent. What is Speaker Boehner telling you? A lot of people trying to figure out where he stands with regard to really holding the line on spending, even if it takes a government shutdown.
Well, you know, I haven't gotten the feeling at all that anybody wants a shutdown. And I think really where we're today with the continuing resolution doing the short-term CR, that makes sense. What we're asking for is, look, we know we have to cut the spending. It's that simple. This is kitchen table economics. This doesn't require a degree from somebody going somewhere for 4 years to figure out we're in trouble. No, and I think the Speaker's done a very good job of saying to us, look, vote your heart, vote the way that you think you need to vote. And I don't, shutting the government down, nobody's talked about shutting the government down as an option. What they have talked about, let's do the right thing. Let's make sure that we're giving the other side the opportunity to jump on board and do what's right.
Again, but what has the other side said, Congress? I haven't heard anything. You guys have been specific. Some people have very strict cutting policies in place, like Rand Paul. He wants to cut $500 billion in a year, but at least $60 billion. That's $60 billion for the continuing resolution. You've come up with your plan. I haven't seen anything from Democrats. Have you?
Well, you know, I think, again, it's down here. Somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose, and what you have to do is you have to try and rub the other side's nose in it. That doesn't play out anywhere. Not in my world, certainly, what I've done for a living. It's always reaching an agreement that makes sense, and at the end of the day, we come together and we decide on what's best for both parties, and more importantly, what's best for the American people. So, you know what, when you raise an interesting question, I think if we can get beyond that, we don't want to give in. I mean, give in to what? Fixing the country? My gosh. What are we here for? So we're seeing a lot of movement, Dave. I think we're starting to see some movement.
You are seeing some movement. After all, you're a deal maker. I mean, you're the guy who used to say, what's it going to take to put you in this car that I got for you?
Yeah,
so
right.
What kind of deals are you foreseeing? I know you're not going to reveal everything, but, I mean, are you seeing realistic offers from the other side?
I think we're going to see more realistic offers as they see the American people, and the American people are starting to say to them, hey, come on, knock it off. Let's get it fixed. This isn't a game. This is, you know, we're tired of playing politics here. Let's get fixed for the people. And I think that as time goes on, look, 100 Dems voted today for this CR. You know, that's a good sign. And it's going to get better, and it's going to get better. And we keep putting things out there that make sense for America. Cutting back spending, oh my gosh, come on, it's like me. I need to lose 100 pounds. Can I lose it by this weekend? No, can't lose it by this weekend, but doggone it, I'm going to start somewhere. I'm going to start working on it, and that's all we're asking to do. Let's move in the right direction, folks.
Congressman Mike Kelly, what a breath of fresh air. Good to see you, Congressman. Thanks for coming in.
Dave, thanks so much. See you soon.
And now let's bring in Fox News.